Okay, can you hear us now?
Can you
Hello?
hear me now?
Can you hear us now?
We're not working for Sprint or Verizon.
Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry about that.
Can you hear us?
Confirmation. Somebody.
We
Scuba
need
Steve.
a yes or a no. Can you hear us now? Yes?
Yes. No.
No?
Maybe so. Yes. Scuba Steve gives us the confirmation.
Yes, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good,
We know
they
the
can hear
Miss show
us.
sucked. All right. Hey, Brandon. What up, dude?
All right, sorry about that, you guys. So,
Sorry
once
about that.
again, hey, everyone. I'm Cecil Laird,
I'm Javi Fuego.
and this is your horror show news with booze.
Yeah.
Yep, here we
I'll
go.
give you like a little mild cheers there,
Yeah,
sir.
cheers. God, I need this right now. Jesus, everything's gone wrong today.
Apparently,
but
we
yeah.
have a group of trolls.
Yeah,
which is fun.
apparently we have a group of trolls. That's really bothering Fuego a lot.
It's bumming the fudge.
Yeah,
out of
there's
me,
like a group of like 16 people that are just immediately downvoting every video we put up, which is nice that they have us, you know, they have the bell turned on.
Yeah.
So they get notified every time we put up an episode.
Yeah, and I thought it was originally just the second Tales from the Crypt episode because of the fact that we had that same intro, and then I looked at your Cuphead whatever thing, the live play, and that had a bunch of dislikes already too.
And that was like only like 50 seconds long of me going, hey, I'm going to play Cuphead, and boom, 16 dislikes.
Yeah, and
we had more dislikes than views at one point, right?
Yes, for the Chiron video that I put up, the new cross in the streams, and so I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't add up, this doesn't equate. But in any event, you can tell it's bothering me. Let's talk about some fun news, guys. And
this news isn't fun. This first story is very bothersome.
Yeah, because Brittany had the same reaction that pretty much most of my friends on Facebook had when this news started circulating. So apparently the Disney Channel is doing a reimagining of Hocus Pocus. Now, that's not one of those movies from the 90s that like endeared itself to me, but I thought it was good and, you know, well cast and stuff. But I have a lot of female friends especially that adore that property and are very, very pissed about this news because there's not going to be any Bette Midler or Sarah Jessica Parker. Or, I don't know who that.
I think that's a big mistake, man.
I think so too.
Kathy
man.
Najimy.
Yeah.
Kathy Najimy was the third lady.
Okay. Huh.
She's actually gotten. She pulled a Rosie or Roseanne, I should say, and got thin. So she's no longer big Kathy Najimy. She hasn't been for quite a while, actually.
Very nice. Good for her. Did she get the staple surgery or?
I don't know. I think she just lost it naturally, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But yeah, no, it's a huge disappointment that they're not going back to the old Sanderson Sisters. I thought that would be amazing. She just performed that song last year in her Sanderson garb, like on stage. Yeah,
wow.
It was great. But yeah, so it's disappointing to say the least to hear that they're reboot or sequel, like new sequel. What?
The term they used is reimagining for the Disney Channel. So it's going to be a made-for-TV movie remake, whatever.
Oh, it's such a bad idea.
Yes, I agree. But, you know, once again, popular property, they're really just, like, jumping on the nostalgia aspect. I'm thinking, and they'll be like, oh, parents who loved it, they're going to show it to their kids now, you know, when the new version comes out. So, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments, obviously. The second story...
Wait, before we move on to the second story, let me just jump in.
Let's address everybody.
Just real quick. Also, you guys, Fuego, Brittany, and I, after this, or at least Fuego and I, Brittany has no obligation to do this, but... we are going to be watching Cult of Chucky, and we will be putting up our review later tonight after we watch it. So
just came out today.
Yeah, so we chose not to watch the leaked version, so we're going to watch it, and then we're going to put up our review. So stay tuned for that later today.
And also, the Netflix version is not
right.
Like,
didn't want to watch it on Netflix because it wasn't
censored.
the unrated version. Yeah. Exactly. I want to watch the uncensored version. So,
yeah,
we have Sandra is here, Paraman Boy is here.
Talking about
Rob
Tom
is
Petty.
here, of course.
We were jamming Tom Petty before we started this.
Melissa's here. My
Yeah.
favorite Petty song is probably Mary Jane's Last Dance, followed by American Girl.
I just love that Alice in Wonderland video, man.
I know you're attached to a video, but that's not what the song's about.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the only thing this song's about.
It's a very 80s song.
Let's see. Jerks is here.
Yeah, Brandon.
Zachary Haith is here. Wences is here. Gabriel Flores is here. What's up, Gabriel?
Woo!
I have your information here. I am crafting an email. I'm just waiting. The only reason I haven't emailed you yet, Gabriel, is I want to send you the most up-to-date version of something. And I haven't been able to get the most up-to-date version ready yet, unfortunately. But in the next 2 weeks or so, I should. Okay, Michelle Kelly is having some beers too. Good to know. Scuba Steve Films is here.
Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve, you screwed something up behind the scenes for me, and you don't even know it. You don't even know you did it, but you did it.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault, buddy.
No, it's actually he was interacting with the channel. He left a comment, which we like. It just happened at an inopportune moment for me.
Yes, indeed.
But let's see. Okay, so. Blah, 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 blah. Do you guys like Alien Covenant? Well, good thing we have a review on the channel. You can go and find out right now, Melissa.
Yeah, watch in depth about me tear that film apart.
I liked it, so. Anyway, second story, Fuego. This one.
Second story.
This one is right up your neighborhood.
Of course, because in a year.
Covered in the mist.
Yeah, in a year where pretty much everything Stephen King has been like at the forefront of popularity and whatnot. I mean, they're just kind of sweeping The Dark Tower and The Mist under the rug. They're like, let's just forget about these two terrible adaptations because they're both so bad. I never even got past the first couple episodes of The Mist. I need to.
Never even tried it. Proud to say, never even tried it.
Dude, the pilot was so awful and did not maintain the spirit of it. I mean, it's one thing with it where they maintain the spirit of it and they make an interpretation and they change some things and whatnot. And man, especially after watching great adaptations like Gerald's Game and Mr. Mercedes and stuff, The Mist just feels even worse than it even was in a lot of ways. So I am going to be a completist and finish it at some point, but I don't know. I never finished Under the Dome. I never finished.
You don't. Please, God, don't finish Under the Dome. How far into Under the Dome did you get?
I was about halfway through the first season.
Oh, God, it only gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I only watched the first half of the first season.
Yeah, well, somebody was telling me that they change it up enough in that where they actually, like, people are getting in and out of the dome and all this crazy silliness. The book was pretty good.
What was so wrong with The Mist?
The Mist was just the acting was terrible. It didn't have any creatures in it, obviously, which was one of my biggest. At least not in the first couple episodes that I watched. There was like there was a weird kind of I can't remember if it was bees or if it was like just locusts or something of that nature. But bottom line, it was basically heavily relying on the people and how they react, as opposed to keeping any sort of Lovecraftian creature, otherworldly aspect.
Oh, so it focuses on all the stuff I absolutely hated in the first film adaptation.
the bunker stuff that you hated so much, and they moved it from
definitely
from a grocery store to a mall, and so
you're only made of moonlight. Sorry. Yeah, Kevin Ketchy's here. What up, Kev?
Yeah, Kev's
good to see you, buddy. S. Rose is here. Ashley October is here. Gerald's Game was great. We agree. If you watched our review, you'll see that.
Yes. What up, Ashley?
Jerk said he got done at a 4-day film festival in Philly, and their shorts got great reactions. That's good to know.
That's what's up. Congrats, Brandon.
We'll have to figure out how to address the shorts, because I don't want to represent their shorts on the thing, but I would like to watch them and maybe direct people a certain way. I don't know. We'll have to figure out how to do that. Maybe we watch one short and review the others. Anyway... Shock Rocker vid was Ace Fuego. Can't wait for part 2. All right, there's a part 2. You cliffhanged them.
Well, it wasn't.
You cliffhung them.
It was not intentional. It was a dead camera, and the fact that Mooch had to run off, and I was trying to get over here to see you, and so yeah, that's kind of.
Oh, so it was lack of preparation that caused cliffhanger.
It was.
You son of a bitch!
It was a camera filled with all the Stephen King footage from the previous weekend, and it was literally.
See what happens when I don't have tight control over every aspect of the show?
Yeah.
You see what happens? Anyway. Dylan Thomas logged on as, must be the second after I finished saying that we're going to watch Cult of Chucky after this and then do a review.
Yes, Cult of Chucky.
So there's your answer, Dylan. We're going to watch Cult of Chucky after this and then... Edward D., why does this... This has 19 dislikes already.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Right now, you guys...
We have trolls.
We have a dedicated group of trolls right now that are jumping on every single video that we do and disliking it. So, guys, help us out. Fight this dislike troll group. Every single video. That's fine. Let them do it, because honestly, it's really the engagement only helps us.
Yeah, tiny.
But we'd always like it if our likes outweigh the dislikes. So I don't know. Help us out, guys. Like the video to help us fight them. I don't know why it happens. It's happened for the last 3 days.
Yep.
Every video for the last 3 days. We must have pissed someone off. Oh well.
It was probably me.
Who cares? Andrew Horror is here, by the way. Christina Reyes is here. I like the video. Thank you very much. Tiki Balls. Yo. All right, thank you, Dylan. Dylan liked it as well. All right, so Zachary, don't fuck you, Seed Level. That's not what I've heard. See, I don't want to read that shit. If you guys have seen Cult and you have an opinion, fucking leave it out right now, okay? Don't ruin this shit for me. Chucky's one of my favorite all-time fucking franchises, so don't tell me it's bad.
Is Marsha still sore about it? I don't know.
Yeah, she...
Probably.
Well, when we went over... Brittany and I went to her baby shower over the weekend, and we told her how much you and I like Gerald's Game, and she's like, oh, well, I didn't read the book, so I'll probably love that. I thought that was pretty funny.
It's a very short book. It's like 300 pages. Goddamn.
No, I know. That's... Jeez. Anyway, I'm Ovi Geek. Hey guys, I liked your video too. Thank you very much.
I'm actually looking at Nicholas Ward. Yes, Eli Roth's Clown. Well, he didn't direct that. That was actually done by John Watts.
There was a review on the channel.
And we have a former clown on the review by the name of Luis, who you've seen.
Yeah, see, Dylan Thomas is on it. Nicholas Ward, they did a review. They did review Clown. Thank you.
Yeah,
Dylan.
And Clown.
Thank you.
Honestly, if you want to see a scary clown movie, I mean, not that it didn't have its moments, but as far as just pure.
Jerks, Jerks, have you heard us discuss the Pumpkinhead comic yet? Are you trying to move us along?
Yeah.
Jerks is trying to move us along.
He's like, all right.
Jerks is producing from afar.
Stay on target.
Fuego, what's up with story number 3?
So story number 3 is something that we actually reported on previously, a couple months ago. The fact that not only is there a reboot Pumpkinhead film that's coming from one of the Saw producers, but there's also a new comic book coming from Dynamite Entertainment, who I know have tons of different, movie
a lot of different adaptations and
the
licenses. Yeah, Green Arrow. I think they did some Lone Ranger. They've done, or not Green Arrow, Green Hornet rather.
Yeah, did they also do the Evil Dead comics?
They've done a lot of Evil Dead or Army of Darkness ones. Yeah, they actually do quite a bit of those sorts of things. In fact, well, I don't want to misquote, but yeah, they do a lot of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so in February of 2018 is when we
Disney
have
Channel reboots, says Rob.
Bring it on. Yes, soften it, and we'll bring back the guy from the Cutting Cards episode, Mr. Lance Henriksen from Tales from the Crypt, and it'll be great fun for everyone. No, man, I really enjoyed the first Pumpkinhead film. I have not seen any of the sequels, although I know you made your way through the entire...
Oh, yeah.
Direct-to-video sequence.
I love a good creature movie. How could I not?
Yeah, that was a Stan Winston directed.
I only saw 3 and 4 once each.
Okay.
Ashes to Ashes and Blood Wings, if I recall correctly, or vice versa. But I really love the first 2 movies. I don't remember if the 3rd and 4th went cheesy CGI or if they kept the I remember liking them okay. Yeah. So, but I never rewatched them, so maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, first one is really good though, and then honestly,
Watcher in the Woods reboot, Gabriel. That is a great idea. I love Watcher in the Woods.
I have not seen Watcher in the Woods.
Watcher in the Woods was the first movie I ever saw where it was someone putting their hand on a pane of glass when the glass cracks and it cuts their hand. It was really cool. And see, Watcher in the Woods is good, man. Gabriel. Man, you and I are on the same wavelength, bro. That's why I need to fucking reach out to you, man. I'm super excited to do it, but I honestly, dude, I just want to make sure it's written correctly.
Yeah, he's the creepy crayon friend, if I remember correctly, right? The guy that I referred you to, who wanted to help with
that did the AHS artwork.
Yes,
the key art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also the Gerald's Game, and he was doing like a pitch for.
He's like, haha, don't stress. Take your time. Okay, Kidnap, Just Kidnap, 2020 tie. I don't know what that means, but this is my Venom tie by So Ashtastic.
Yeah, my tie is nowhere near as cute.
Very appropriate, considering there is a Venom story that we're going to get to.
Yes, exactly. It was thin for stories this week, guys, so we actually got to twist this guy's arm to discuss casting a little bit. Yeah.
We were really light on the stories this time. But are you excited about the Pumpkinhead comic? You never told me.
Yeah, I mean, there's an image which, if this was, news where we were overlaying some stuff, but yeah, it was cool. It was like the
Pumpkinhead mouth, 2017 comic.
Dude, it was like a mouth of the Pumpkinhead creature like going over some guy's head, and it looked cool. Very creepy and crazy. So yeah, there you go.
All right, well, next up, Fuego. I'll go ahead and jump on the next one.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is something we talked about last week.
Yeah, we did mention it last week, but now we've gotten a confirmed release date for the upcoming, as yet unfilmed, as yet unwritten, as yet uncasting completed.
And waiting for the rights to be retained.
Waiting for the rights to be reverted.
There's so much red tape.
There's a lot to go through, and yet somehow the studio is quite certain that Terminator, the reboot, will be coming out July 26th, 2019, or is that 20th?
July 26th.
All right, my eyesight isn't that bad yet.
Yes, mine is terrible. I wear contacts. I'm like legally.
But guys, this is the one that Linda Hamilton is supposed to be returning. This is the one that Arnold is supposed to be returning. This is the one that we have no confirmation, but hopefully Eddie Furlong will be returning.
Yes, I was just about to say that, dude. Hit the treadmill. Let's bring you back, man. I haven't seen him in anything since the Night of the Demons remake with him and Elizabeth. Geez, the chick from American Pie. I cannot remember her name.
Tara Reid?
No.
Shannon Elizabeth.
Shannon Elizabeth, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Beth S. is here. Nicholas Ward, I don't know if you guys read the new Friday the 13th might be a handheld camera. That was actually 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That they were planning that.
Yeah, that's not happening now.
That hasn't been happening for a little while. I would be interested, but yeah, Chase Smith is on that. Hey, Chase Smith, how's that review coming? How's that review coming, Chase?
We
Leslie
love you,
McCann, love Terminator 1 and 2. Don't care about the rest. I completely agree. Terminator 2 was the very first big budget action movie I ever saw in the theater.
Yeah, I was not able to see it, but as I have said many times on this channel, my father didn't die.
Kidnap, not kidnap. Just kidnap, not kidnap. Sorry, kidnap.
Yeah. As I've said many times, my father did not cry at the funeral of his father. He didn't cry when all of his German Shepherds he trained died and stuff like that, but my dad cried when Arnold was lowered into that.
I order you not to go! I
order
order you not to go!
And then he gives a thumbs up.
I know now why you cry.
Good stuff, man.
Jill waves hi. Hi, Jill.
What up, Jill? Who's Jill? I don't know.
Okay, so, yeah, Terminator. I mean, that's good stuff. I'm excited.
Yeah, I have to comment really quickly on what Jerks, Mr. Brandon was mentioning right there, dude. If they could somehow cross the streams and make a RoboCop versus Terminator film, because that comic book that Frank Miller wrote was incredible. So awesome. Did you ever read it?
Yes. I don't know that I actually have it, and that the reason it took me so long is like, why don't I have that? I need to have that. Yeah. I love most Frank Miller stuff, but no, I don't think I do have that. Was it worth it?
Oh, it was damn good, man. Yeah,
awesome.
It's actually out of print and very tough to track down, unfortunately.
Oh,
so,
okay. It will be mine.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
She will be mine again.
It will be mine.
We actually had 2 Wayne's World references in our last Crossing the Streams. I love it. We're doing 3.
Reviews going great. Played as Leatherface, but in Dead by Daylight today. Okay, I could have swore you were reviewing a book, Chase, or something like that, man. But whatevs. Anyway.
Okay, so there's the clarification.
Melissa asks, are you guys seeing Leatherface? Yes, I do want to see Leatherface. Melissa, you're the one that said, have you guys watched our Saw videos, right? I think it was you, but no, I haven't, and the reason is, Brittany and I are still making our way through them. We actually just today watched Saw 6, and guys, spoiler, Saw 6 was the best one since Saw 3.
Now, was Saw 6 the one that had the Chester Bennington Lincoln
No,
Park
that was
kill?
7.
That was...
We haven't gotten to 7 yet.
Oh.
But guys, also, if you're Saw fans, Saw 6 had the first post-credit sequence that I remember in a long time. Like, I know there were more post-credit sequences all before that, but
well, yeah, the Marvel
it
movies
was before. No, it was before the Marvel movies.
Really?
It was before the Marvel movies. Yeah, there was a post-credit sequence at the end of Saw 6, and I had never seen it before. As many times as I'd seen it. But I really liked it, so stay tuned. That's going to be coming during the 8 days of Sawloween, which is right in the middle of Tales from Cryptober.
Yeah, which is going to be 31 Days of Insanity, and I still really... Would you guys like me to show Cecil maybe like the 10 or 12 best Tales from the Crypt episodes and get some of his thoughts on it? Because I don't want to be hogging the spotlight on that. I want him to see some amazing ones that...
But in order to do it, you got to come over one like Monday night, and we got to binge them.
We do.
Binge and review.
Binge and review.
Just like we're going to do for...
Stranger Things.
Yeah, Stranger Things. We're going to have a very pregnant Marsha doing a sleepover, but we've got a bed in there she can crash out on.
Watch, she'll hate season 2.
She will. She'll hate season 2. It's just not season 1. I read the book. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, we love you, Marsha.
Mariano is here. What up, Mariano? Yes, Saw 6 was awesome. All right, cool. Yeah, I agree. I'm about to review it, and I'm really excited to talk about it.
Yeah, pass Mariano.
After the fucking wastelands that were Saw 4 and 5. But you'll see that in our 8 Days of Halloween. Not to spoil anything. But Fuego, what's next?
All right, so the next story that we have is actually jumping
the first of our quick hitters.
Yeah. This was basically us like looking for.
I'll be right back. I have an appropriate.
Looking for additional things to discuss. He's actually grabbing a little bit of visual emphasis, I'm guessing, and so Andres Muschietti, guys. So the guy who directed it, he is directing the pilot of Lock and Key, which is going to be on Hulu. And Lock and Key is written by Stephen King's son, Joe Hill. And it was really funny when I was at that, that signing and, a bit of discussing in Chicago last weekend, because Owen was basically weighing why Joe went the pen name and why, he did his own thing and so. But, lots of respect for Joe Hill and actually, just forging his own way without using the King name. I respect the hell out of that, and he's written some amazing stuff. And once I get done with these last couple King books, like End of Watch and Sleeping Beauties, I'm going to start checking out some Joe Hill stuff, I think, because Nosferatu ties in directly with some Dark Tower stuff. Rob, have you heard about this? Rubber Soul? The fact that the Crimson King and the Tower and, the beam and certain things are mentioned in Nosferatu? Just curious if that particular awesome viewer of ours knows that. So, but long story short, Lock and Key, the pilot is gonna have a new casting addition, which is Danny Glover. Yeah, that's right, Predator 2, Lethal Weapon, so many other amazing things, Mr. Danny Glover. And he's playing a character that Cecil is familiar with. I am not, since I've only read the first volume of the book, but I guess he is playing Joe Ridgway, who is an English teacher at this Matheson Academy in Maine, where some of the kids start going after they relocate after the father has been killed and stuff, and he knows some of the dark secrets of the house and the father who
it takes me forever to pull up the right page and stuff, so I'm abandoning my quest.
Oh, no. Well, long story short, I know how much you like Lock and Key, man. Do you think this is cool casting?
Yeah, it absolutely is. This character, who I couldn't find in a real quick flip through, and I don't want to step away for too long.
Joe Ridgway.
Yeah, Joe Ridgway. Danny Glover would be actually a very good choice for him, so that's exciting. Yeah, Brady's here. What's up, Brady? Did you guys play the Saw video games? No, but we actually do have.
Was there more than one?
There were two. We do have Ms. Bond herself, McKenna, who I reached out to earlier today as well to double check. She is going to be doing another fan review of the Saw video games that she will be getting to me in the next couple of days. And then I'll try and overlay some game footage, and it will be the special extra day 9 of the 8 days of Halloween if all goes according to plan.
Yeah, and she's in the Vegas area, so thoughts and prayers, obviously.
T's and P's, for sure. T's and P's.
Yeah, big time, big time.
Michelle, I agree. I love Joe Hill's stuff, too. That's why I own almost all of it.
Yeah, so I recently downloaded 20th Century Ghosts, which is his short like collection of sorts and stuff, and then I picked up a hardcover of Heart-Shaped Box. So once I'm done with the King, man, that is my next course of action, and I'm pretty stoked for it. Yeah. So next bit is more casting as we continue through the lightning round, guys, and this is the fact that multiple Academy Award nominated Michelle Williams, who I always think of as the chick from Dawson's Creek, but I know she's gone on to much more esteemed performances since then. But long story short, she is been tapped to play the bride of Venom in this R-rated Venom movie that, honestly, Sony seems to be putting together something pretty intriguing with Tom Hardy, and then they also added Jenny Slate, who lots of people have seen on Kroll Show and various other things. So
I love Kroll Show. She's on the new Big Mouth show, I think.
She is funny as shit, dude. She's hilarious.
Have you watched Big Mouth yet?
I have not.
It's funny.
Yeah.
10 episodes, animated show, very raunchy teenage coming of age show.
Is that the one where it's like the teenage hormones like being manifested? Okay,
yeah.
They talked about it on My Beloved Collider.
Yep. It's really funny. I'm 3 episodes in. It's a funny show. It's very gross, but it's very funny.
That's what I've heard. Yeah. So Michelle Williams, though, man. So are you that familiar with the character Bride of Venom? She's apparently a lawyer that has like.
If it's Anne Wing, yes.
Yeah, and she has like a romance with the.
Anne Wing is, or Wying, I'm not sure. It was Weying. Was Eddie Brock's estranged wife. He was not with her when he got the Venom symbiote, but it was revealed that he had a wife, and he tried to go back to her during the long run of Venom miniseries that were going on, Venom has had more than 152 issues of comics at this point. I know that because they rebranded it as Venom 150 just a couple of months ago, because that's how many he's had at this point. But yeah, one of the stories was about, I think it was License to Kill was when his wife first donned the costume instead of him. But it drove her crazy. And she ended up jumping out of a window and committing suicide as a result of having the symbiote be a part of her. So I don't know if they'll do that. That's really dark. But at the same time,
it's an
Carnage,
film.
It's an R-rated film, and Carnage is the main villain.
Yep, and there's some rumors.
And he's insane, so there's no reason why they couldn't. She'll probably die, is what I'm saying.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, the Spider-Man Venom Saga TV show is good. That's from the old Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah,
that was like 6 episodes.
Good looking, man. Yeah, that was actually, it was like a little mini version of Maximum Carnage.
Paraman, is Vikings worth it? I've been tempted to watch Vikings. I love violent shows, but I don't like love story shit. So I don't know.
I love Viking metal stuff.
No, it's not. Well, Carnage is the villain, not Maximum Carnage. Maximum Carnage is the main Carnage story that happened in the early 90s that I love.
Yeah.
I fucking love Maximum Carnage.
And that was before Maximum Clonage, if I remember
Yes, Maximum Clonage was what killed Ben Reilly, the clone.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. And also they had Kane. Didn't Kane get killed in that too, if I remember?
No, Kane survived.
Did he?
Kane survived. But he did eventually get killed, and then he came back. He's actually back again now.
I've been wanting to do a Kane cosplay.
He's back, and Ben Reilly is back.
I heard about that. Is he Scarlet Spider again? Or
he is, but he's much eviler, and he's scarred like Kane now.
The fact that they did all that back and forth with, Peter is the
Stephen
clone,
King
and then
fan,
Ben is the clone, and then Peter's the clone, and Ben is the clone.
Well, that's because they just didn't stick to their guns. Ben coming back was supposed to be the original Spider-Man originally.
Yeah, because
Peter Parker was supposed to leave.
He was supposed to be the clone.
He was supposed to be the clone. Yeah,
didn't that story stretch back to like the 70s?
Yeah,
or something?
the very first Jackal storyline when he threw one of them into the smokestack. The 3-issue storyline. I have that too.
Dang,
dude, again, the Clone Saga is what got me into Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I know the Clone Saga, I know the death of Superman, and I know Batman's backbreaking, and I know the Age of Apocalypse. Like, that's the thing. When I start my offshoot, guys, by the way, I do intend to one day start an offshoot podcast / show called Shut Up, I Like It. Yeah. I already own the domain name, but it's going to be me talking about other stuff that I like. No, not just comics specifically. No, because there's movies. I watched parts of a movie on YouTube the other day that people hate on that I love.
What movie?
Meet Joe Black. Oh. I will do a whole episode all about Meet Joe Black.
It's all right.
Shut up. I like it. That's the point. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Yeah, Edward D. Can't wait for that.
It's got the girl from Mallrats, if I remember correctly.
It does. It does, yeah.
Yeah, and it's got Anthony Hopkins. It's not that bad. It's like 2.5 hours.
Jeffrey Tambor is in it.
Really long, if I remember
correctly. Guy named Drew, one of the only characters that's called Drew.
Brad Pitt as his
But no, I love the point when Brad Pitt, as Death, is in the hospital, and they see that old lady from the islands, and she's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah. And he's like, you relax, sister.
29 dislikes.
29 dislikes. Jesus. Who cares? All right, stop.
Thank you for the reminder. Anyway.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's terrible.
Anyway.
Trolleys. Who did I piss off? I'm sure
I don't know what the deal is, guys. Just help fight the dislikes with likes.
Yes.
I don't know what the deal is.
The man who was death. Anyway.
Who here is a comics nerd? Obviously me, in case you didn't get it. That gets One Punch Man! Yes! Chase, I've watched 10 of the 12 One Punch Man episodes. I'm so on board with this show. I love it so much. I can't wait to finish it. Go ahead.
The blonde on The Gifted is hot. I'm like, who's the blonde on The Gifted?
I haven't watched The Gifted yet. That was the X-Men show that started last night.
Yeah, and it's got...
Take a shot for every dislike and protest.
Oh, man.
I'll take one more shot,
though. That would be rough. I can chime in real quick, though.
Yeah.
There we go. You're fine.
Sorry!
Sorry about that. Yeah, guys, hey, what's up? You just got me for a second. So, the last story that we're going to jump into as Cecil is getting himself just a little bit more lubrication is the fact that initially they had reported...
It's a little bit of lube.
...that Stranger Things was going to be cut off at 4 seasons, and the Duffer Brothers were like... I mean, who still remembers when they were saying that it was only going to be 1 season, and it was going to be like anthology, almost like the approach they'd taken with... American Horror Story or with Channel Zero, where it was going to be something different every season. I'm very glad that they did not do that, especially since I keep watching press tour stuff from all the kids from It, where they were talking and doing interviews. I still watch any of that stuff anytime that I can. But Finn Wolfhard and the entire gang from Stranger Things, I guess after the Duffer Brothers said they were going to cut it off after 4 seasons, some agents started contacting the Duffers and Netflix, and they were like, we can't end this on just 4 seasons. At least give us a 5th one or something. And so, as they said in a recent interview, they're not going to cap it off at 4. They have already expanded ideas for multiple seasons beyond the first 4. So that's exciting. That's cool. And yes, on October 27th,
yep.
I believe. Yeah.
Same day as Saw.
Really?
Drops the same day as Saw.
Interesting. That's where you can
I don't
binge
know when
all
I'm
of
going to
it.
watch Saw, but I know Brittany and I have to see it for sure.
Stranger Things takes precedence, obviously.
I want to throw punch Trolls too, Michelle. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why. How did we pick up so many haters all of a sudden?
It was like,
and yet we gained 40 subscribers overnight again.
Yeah, I noticed that, man. Like the numbers really fluctuated quickly. Michelle, I was curious, Michelle Kelly, if you made it out to the Chicago signing or speaking engagement, because I had 2 different people in particular that were saying that they were going to be at the Psy King event, and I didn't end up. You know, I made lots of new fans and friends and stuff like that, which was cool, but I didn't actually engage with any, long-term viewers. So, did you make it? Curious.
What's up, Wet Paint? Good to see you, buddy.
Wet Paint?
They still want us to review their movie, but I just don't know how we're gonna squeeze it into the schedule with so many things. It's the one that we did where the guy is gonna fuck all the asses or whatever. I can't remember. The really funny one. But yeah, I can't. I probably just grossly misquoted it too. But
Kevin Barker just reminded me that there are 2 new Blumkamp Oats that just came out.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
I guess they're like tied in together, from what I've heard.
Saw is good. Boo to that comment. I love Stranger Things, but 4 more seasons just before the second has even aired. I was thinking a little bit of that too, Chase. That's a little cart before the horsey to me.
I kind of agree too. Especially, it's like, where's the story gonna go? You know, I mean, season 2 looks dope because of the fact that it's gonna be the James Cameron approach, as the Duffers said. They're like, we look to Terminator 2 and Aliens and the whole, bigger, badder, more violent, crazy sequel type thing, but...
My misquote got a laugh.
Yeah, I'm just really curious where they're going to go with all of it. It would be really sad if the kids are, like, older and their voices are dropping and they're still playing these roles, like, 5 years later.
I'm curious, Brandon, what do you want to let die in peace? What does he want to let die in peace? He said let it die in peace. You mean Stranger Things? Maybe he means Stranger Things. Don't draw it out if it doesn't need to be drawn out.
Yep. Die in peace.
All good if you can't review it. We're pretty swamped on Voorhees at the moment, and we made our Kickstarter fund. Yeah, dude, awesome. I've been watching your Voorhees posts. That last post you did with the fucking machete to the right and Jason in the middle. That was a bomb image, dude. I was like, why have I never seen a poster of that before? Dude, that rocked. That was awesome. I can't wait to watch Voorhees. I really can't. We'll definitely do Voorhees on the channel, for sure.
And I definitely have to champion Melissa's comment about the fact that they have Dragon's Lair in that new Stranger Things trailer, which I
really?
love Dragon's Lair.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that
where
trailer.
they're playing it in the arcade. Yeah.
Wrath of Chucky should be the next Chucky movie. Okay, don't say anything, Tony. Don't say anything. We're gonna watch it after this.
Oh boy.
Immediately after this, Brittany and I are going to review Saw 6, and then we are all gonna watch Cult of Chucky, and we're gonna review that.
Cult of Chucky.
Since you don't know what I look like, I did. I wish I would have looked for you. Since you don't know what I look like.
Yeah, it's all good.
When? Huh?
When I was basically running around.
Oh, were you at the... was she at the thing, too?
She was at the thing, yeah.
Oh.
Her and one other viewer were saying that they were going to be at the same event, and so I was like, hey, fans, come say what's up, because I wanted to interview people who had been on, like, were at least familiar with the horror show, but it ended up being lots of cold, dead crazoids, and I'm very excited to put that together. There was one guy in particular who had a Pennywise, like, hand puppet.
Really?
Yeah, that I interviewed, and nice. He was funny. So that you guys can look forward to next Sunday for the Hail to Stephen King. So
awesome. All right, guys. Well, we'll answer one question before we go. Chucky versus Annabelle. Chucky would kick her ass because Annabelle isn't actually movable.
Okay, well, I want Tunneler or Blade or maybe Six Shooter. I think those guys would kick some ass. Just personally.
We need a Chucky versus Leprechaun. That would be more appropriate.
Yes, I'm the Leprechaun.
That's not what he sounds like. I wanted to go meet you guys, said Brady. It would have just been Fuego you would have met if you had gone. But that's who you really want to meet anyway, Brady. Don't act like that's not the case.
Nah.
Because you love him. You want to have 10,000 of Fuego's babies.
Brady's cute. Edward D. in the hood. I have to say, Edward D. We've had some back and forth on Twitter, man, and he cracks me up constantly. Dude's awesome. Shout out, yo.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, he saw my comment about the photo. Yeah, I love that fucking Jason picture.
The Wayne's World references. Yeah, we really stacked the deck with the Wayne's World references this time.
Cecil, what Stephen King book do you want to read the most if you had to? Probably It, if I had to. Just because I like the movie so much. I want to see what I'm missing out on. But at the same time,
you would be very fulfilled.
I'd be interested in, like, the Night Flyer, 1408. Like, there's a lot I'd actually really be interested in reading. Both of those are short
stories, man. So
I understand that.
Yeah, you can knock each of those out, like, probably in a night.
All right, so... tomorrow is the half-season episode of Channel Zero. Yeah. I actually will. I'm really wanting to watch that show.
Lou has been raving about it.
I'm really wanting to watch that show. All right, guys. So we're gonna call it there. Thank you very much for joining us for this week's episode of the Horror Show News with Booze. We appreciate you guys. There's so much to do and so much to see, Wednesday. Sorry, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Fight all the trolls, dude. I have no idea what the deal is. We've made some enemies of some kind in the last 3 days, and
it's crazy.
That's what it is, I guess. Oh well. Do another hangout. Thanks, Brady. Yeah, no, we do. We need to. We do need to because people like that. So thank you, Nate. One more like, we appreciate it. All right, you guys.
Yes,
love you guys.
Plot is awesome. Enjoy.
Look for our Cult of Chucky review later tonight. And until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
Gracias, I'm having fuego.
And remember, fuck the trolls.
Keep the trolls under the bridge.
And stay scared.
Yeah, that.